Hey guys, welcome back to another RotMG video, and today I want to make a quick one detailing exactly what you should keep an eye and focus on during Month of the Mad God. It is supposed to be the biggest one of all time, based on the entire history, and so far I can kind of agree. They've definitely gone above and beyond to make this a pretty substantial event, and so therefore this video is going to be designed to help you figure out what you should do to maximize your time. The unfortunate part of all this is that this event is taking place during the school year instead of the summer, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But then again, with about half of the world taking school at home, chances are you're playing video games during class anyway. Just to note, this isn't a patch notes coverage video, this is a how to best take advantage of this event video. If you're looking for an actual TLDR of the patch notes, I do suggest you check out Talwar's video, which should pop up as the card or something right about now. Watch that first so you know what's going on and then come back to this one. There's a lot to cover regarding this, so if you haven't yet, check out the patch notes and read them extensively. One thing I always tell you guys is to actually read patch notes. They help you so much with figuring out what you need to do and help you make sure that you're not missing out on any awesome events or awesome things. So I'll leave the links down below in the video description for your convenience, but let's just get started. The first thing to make note of is the free stuff you get. Head on over to the mystery shop, unlock your Reconstruction campaign, and then scroll to the very end. There should be a bunch of tokens to redeem, some coupons to exchange for construction worker skins, and most importantly, all 8 stat candies that max out a character to 88 regardless of level. Do not use these if you have not already. Save them for later. You only want to use these candies when you absolutely need them. Right now what you need to do is get used to the vital combat system, since a lot of things you used to be able to face tank or just spam Fury back then, you can't now. So don't run in with the fresh 8-8 until you're acclimatized to the new gameplay. The last thing you want to happen is to eagerly get your first 8-8 character, then go charging into a dungeon you probably don't even know how to do, and then lose it. I've seen it way too many times. Just keep them as a last resort when you lose all your characters and then just need a quick care package. The event calendar we get for every MotMG details all the event dungeons taking place during this time. Each of the main dungeon events are divided up into segments of 4 days. So by the time this video comes out, we're going to be well into the first one, which is Nest. Then Shatters, Lost Halls, Crystal Cavern, Cultist Hideout, Void, Mad Lab. I'm assuming they add Mad Lab just because of the high-tech terror. Then we have Tombs, Mountain Temples, and finally Oryx Sanctuary for an entire week will not only have a chest event, but be free to access. Ordinarily, you would need to access a Discord run to be able to do most of these dungeons, but since MotMG has created a massive influx of players like it always does, there's a very good chance you'll be able to do these dungeons in public servers, even Lost Halls, if people are crazy enough. I know a lot of us are going to be balancing school during this upcoming month, so focus on prioritizing what you need based on where you are. For instance, if you're still focused on maxing characters, you should not be doing any of the late game dungeons, period. That means no Nest, no Shatters, no Lost Halls, etc. It doesn't matter if there are more people doing them or if you feel like you know how to do them. Your goal right now is to get your characters maxed, and trying to do that through these dungeons is tantamount to robbing Peter to pay Paul, so new players should ignore this. However, there's also a 1.5 times drop event happening each week for 2 dungeons. Now, this is what you want to work on if you are maxing. David Jones' Locker and Manor of Immortals will be taking place this week, so use this time to max out your attack and wisdom. Curse Library and Parasite Chambers for Mana, Vitality, and Wisdom, UDL and Abyss of Demons if you still have to work on those 2 stats. Then we have Crawling Depths and Sprite World for more mana and dexterity. Finally, Ice Cave and Lair of Draconis for the Prismatic event. Farming the side dungeons will allow you to max out life, mana, attack, dex, vitality, and wisdom, which will be very helpful. Not to mention many of these dungeons drop some pretty good white bags, so keep up with those. There's also going to be the Appetizer and Keeper during MotMG, but I personally wouldn't really spend any time doing that just because they don't drop anything that great anyway, and you'd be doing so many better things with your time. Okay, going back to the calendar though, if you do have the equipment, characters, and experience to take on the late game dungeons, grind them as best you can. Forget anything else. Don't go for Oryx clears, like just skip Oryx Sanctuary, don't even do Keeper or Appetizer, at least in my opinion. I just don't think it's worth it. And just only do these dungeons. Exaltation is now fully implemented, and it will take you a grand total of 640 dungeon completions to get all Exaltation bonuses for a single class. Multiply that by 16 for all the classes and you have to complete possibly over 10,000. Mind you, this system is meant to be a very long-term goal. You're not supposed to complete it in a couple of days. It gives you the same kind of experience most other MMOs would do. If you guys remember back in the day, it took you, 10 years to go from level 1 to 200 in MapleStory. That's the same kind of thing. But with these chest events running all month, you should do your best to hit the ground running and get that progress. As for me, my goal is to get 4 out of 5 for every dungeon besides Oryx 3, since that's a whole nother beast. Whichever class is your main, for me it's Wizard, get to work on it as much as you can. These bonuses will be super important for endgame progression, especially since the damaging and berserk buff from Warrior and Paladin has been nerfed significantly, so you need these to make up for your damage. The reason why new players should max out as many characters as possible but avoid the event dungeons is because, well, for one, Exaltation only works if you have 8/8s, and chances are newer players don't have any. Also, it's to prepare for Oryx 3. The last 9 days of Month of the Mad God will fully unlock Oryx Sanctuary, meaning you do not need any runes to access the dungeon. You are gonna want to have as many characters ready by then. Oryx 3 has some insane loot. As for the experienced players, the more Exaltation bonuses you get before then, the better you are prepared to grind 03. Of course, you don't need any of this to actually handle a Sanctuary, but a few extra stats, never a bad thing. This is the best time for you to make that push to the next level of wherever you are in Realm of the Mad God. Drop rates supposedly have also been increased, so you have a higher chance of getting just about any white or orange bag that matters in the game. And before you guys start memeing about how X times 0 is still 0, I get that. I actually think it is a significant boost in drop rate because I did about 25 nests last night and today, and I've gotten 3 Queen Stingers. Granted, that is a small sample size, but still, I feel like it is a little bigger than you might expect. That, and I also got like 6 honey circlets. All the clovers you have saved up, use them now. One more thing to note is that the construction campaign will also provide you with another batch of maxing candies. Keep those in the back as well if you're new. Having instant access to 2 8/8s may seem really exciting, but have some restraint and focus on maxing characters the normal way. Save those maxing candies for like Oryx 3 later down the month, or just something in the future. You don't need to use them right now, just keep them for when you actually need them. Lastly, regarding the balance changes, vital combat, and things like that, after playing for a while, I noticed the in-combat and out-of-combat mechanic does have a meaningful difference in survival, especially since we don't have Tome of Purification anymore, it's useless. So, needless to say, we have to dodge. Like, that's not even a joke, you literally have to dodge or else you're gonna die. So I guess everyone who's still used to marble seals and is pre-spamming to heal everyone, yeah, you're gonna have to get used to actually figuring out how the boss works, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of characters. Keep the event calendar bookmarked so you can schedule what to do at what time. For now though, the main priority is to just grind as many dungeons as possible for Exaltation if you already have a bunch of 8/8s, and if you're a new character, focus on maxing to get ready for Oryx 3. So use the dungeons taking place before that to gear up as best you can. That's gonna be it though. Sorry for this video being a little short, I just want to let you know to grind out as much as you can, and also because other people have been making coverage videos on the new MotMG event. I'm excited. I still have no idea how I'm going to be able to balance MotMG with League with school, but I'll figure it out. I'll make it work somehow. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, a rating would be much appreciated. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section below after you read the patch notes. I better not see a bunch of comments saying, how do you do this or what's that, because I left all the links in the description. You should be able to do that on your own. But if you still have questions even after that, you're more than welcome to ask. Be sure to subscribe for more future content, but for now that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon for the next video. Take care.